Hi, I'm Rixon. I make D&D engagement rings, and I'm going to teach you how to take this humble wood box and turn it into this mimic box. Ooh, to hold your favorite set of dice. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share. Come with me. So here's the finished product, and I made this video so you can do one of three things. You can either purchase all the items yourself and make it at home with the help of this free video and free download in the description below, or you can purchase a kit in my shop and then you can gift it to kids age 7 and up or Dice Goblin adults. Or you can even purchase the finished box created by me in my shop. So here I've drawn all of the dice. To get this template, you can go to the link in the description below and you can download it and print it out so you don't have to figure out the exact sizing. So you're just gonna paint it and then paint the inside edges because we're going to line it with the velvet and your painted cheat sheet. Now I'm just outlining where the mouth is. You don't have to do the mouth here. The great thing about this box is it's a monster, so it can look however you want. In the workshop I did, one gentleman did the mouth on the top, which was quite cool. So I got fake nails because they were more affordable than fake teeth, and I tried to keep the cost of everything to under $10. So look in the description for the links to all the items that I got, or as many as possible as I can put there. So you can use the file to get the shape you want, and the great thing about a monster is it can be any shape you want. Whoop! And then you can make it really like pointy or blunt. One of the girls in the workshop did like really jagged teeth and it looked really cool. So what I did was I cut a bunch of teeth and chose my eyes, and then I just arranged the teeth until they looked kind of cool. I like the little ones on the edges. So next you're going to be doing this side detail. So I was just showing you 10 millimeters or 1 centimeter, or for my American folks, let me calculate, approximately 3/8 of an inch. But really what you need to do is just make sure it's not interfering with the hinge and just go with the shape of your box, the size of your box. So this box is 3.5 inches by 2 by 2 inches. So the templates that you can the template that you can download with my link in the description is for this size box, but you can really use any box. And if you get a box that's already kind of a treasure box shape, that's even better. But again, I wanted to keep this affordable, so I got these boxes in bulk for the workshop that I was doing. So you're basically just measuring and adding these details to make it look extra treasure-y. And I just used toilet paper rolls. They have that nice natural curve, and then I glue gun them. So you can see there's room for that hinge to open, and you just do 2 on the front and the 2 on the side and 2 on the back. So basically you're cutting 6 strips of toilet paper roll and then doubling them up so you have 3. Now I'm filling in the sides with a glue gun. So this, I was really impressed. Everyone was able to do this. I was a little worried at the workshop because I'm a professional artist. Sometimes I don't know what your average Joe or Jane or they, them, ain can do. Oh, little kid break. My daughter came to visit while I was shooting the video. Hi, Maggie. Okay, back to the video. So yeah, everyone was able to do this, even a 8-year-old who came to the workshop. So the new glue guns don't get too hot and kids can use them. They were great. So you're basically just getting that bumped up shape for the top to make it more treasure box shaped. And now you just plan out your teeth and your eyes. Make sure that you can get that latch open. And then we're gonna build it up. I like when the eyes are really kind of angled upwards, like forward, so that when you look at the box from straight on, the eyes kind of looking at you, nice and creepy. And yeah, there I'm showing it. And the texture for the wood, I kind of did like wavy lines. I think I show it in more detail later. But yeah, you're kind of doing like a circle. There I'm explaining that you need to wait a little bit for the glue to dry or else it'll just the eye will just sort of squish in, it won't be raised up. So give it a minute. There I'm showing you can lift it up with like a tool. Try not to lift it with your finger because you might get burned. Now you add the lids. So you do another go with the glue gun where it overlaps the eyes a little bit. So you've got these nice monster eyelids. It's looking good. Okay, and now we get to do the teeth. So you're gonna do the same thing as the eyes where you kind of create like a base. So to really do it easily, I would do the gums and then let it dry a bit and then stick the tooth right on it. This one's still a little wet. It's a little easier if it's dried a bit and then it sort of stays out because it looks cool when it's a little bit raised off. And then you just test to make sure you can still open depending how much easy access you want. I wanted to leave the latch so you can keep your dice securely in there if you're traveling. But if you want, you could take that latch right off if you're just going to be keeping the box at home. And this size box will fit one set of dice really well. So after you get it on there, you add a bit of glue over top to get kind of like adding the eyelid to the eyes. You're adding some extra gums. And you can see there's the top row of teeth. And then you just repeat that process for the bottom. So while we watch this, it's time for a little shameless self-promotion. Ding, ding, ding. So I'm a high-end fantasy jeweler and I make D&D dice necklaces where you can pop the dice in and out. I also have gemstone dice and I create high-end D&D engagement rings. One of them went viral on TikTok. Thank you, TikTok and everyone. And I just love creating really like weird, nerdy, but still super pretty engagement rings for nerds and just like creative folks that really like unique things, but also want them to be really pretty. So here I'm showing how to do the texture. So I went with this kind of wavy back and forth texture. It's really easy to do and it ended up looking like wood. I also did some tests with sort of bumps. Ooh, the sparklies. And the bumps looked cool too, kind of like warts. So here I'm gonna add these kind of sparkly warts, or they could be eyes. So you just do like a dollop of glue and then stick the gem right in there. If you don't wanna get gluey fingers, you can use some tweezers, which I also did, but for the video, I was just using my fingers. So you just kind of place them wherever you want. I like to kind of space them a bit. On this one I did this purpley, light purple one. They didn't show up as much, but I kind of like that. The first box I did all blue and it looked really good too. Fun fact, I made 2 videos because the first one I remembered to record, but I did the wrong aspect ratio. So here we are. Box number 2 and oh so good lighting. So for your box, just measure the inside, or you can get my template from the link down below. But if your box isn't exactly the same size, then just measure the inside and then you can make this template. So you stick it in and then just draw a line on any overhang and then trim it so that it'll fit nicely. Now this is sticky back velvet that I got online. Now no one in the workshop was able to do this part, so I am sorry if this is too tricky for you at home, but the trick is you just really gently like push it in so that it's not getting stuck on the sides, and you can take it out and try as many times as you need. Once I did a few, I got really used to it. So you're just like gingerly pushing it in, but just putting pressure on the very inside, not on the walls, so that they don't get stuck. And then you can kind of peel it and reapply it until it's really nice. It's also okay if there's a few wrinkles in there. You can see mine's a little bit wrinkly. And for the gold on the inside, this is the kind of pen I got. I did a little research online. There's actually some cool videos about gold pens. This one's a little thicker than I would like, but it is nice. So you just go over all of them and then glue it in with some hot glue. And I forgot to do the 20. So there we go. Now I did brown. The workshop I did, everyone did different colors and they looked really cool. So I would say you can do any color. The one element that I really loved is adding a little bit of black at the end with a sponge to make it look weathered. It just makes it look so much more three-dimensional and like really cool. And also you want to do 2 coats of paint so you can see the glue is really like, you can still see the glue. It's really, the paint's really transparent. But once you do 2 coats, it'll look really good. I also did the bottom of this one with the glue texture and I like that. So this is for the teeth. I did like a metallic pearl white. You don't have to paint the teeth. I just like it because they look a little bit translucent and I like the way this pearl white makes them look more solid. So this is the sponge part. So this is after doing 2 coats of whatever paint you do. So you just do like a really light application and kind of dab on some paper so that you're not getting too much, and you just kind of rub it around. Don't rub it too hard because the glue is so slippery and shiny, the paint will just kind of rub off, but it looks really good with the black. So then you do these edges last. Oh, now I'm doing around the eyes, but that edge part where I'm holding, do that last so that you can hold it while you paint the rest. So I did gold gums. Again, you could do any color, and I also did gold around all the gems. And if you're finding, and then do gold on the sides. A little trick, if you're finding all the glue strands are driving you nuts, you can kind of rub them with a paintbrush to get them off. So after that gold glue is dry, do some grommets. I really like these grommets. These I might not be able to put the link because I bought them a long time ago, but you can probably get them online. And then Modge Podge. It was so funny, I kept saying at the workshop Modge Podge, hodgepodge, and I was like, hodgepodge is not what this is. This is Modge Podge. Be sure to check out the link in the description to get your kit at home. I ship worldwide, and as a mom of 4 and an avid crafter, I know how special it can be making crafts with your kids and your friends. Thank you for watching my video. Like and subscribe. Bye. Share the boxes you make, tag me, Rixon Jewelry, I'd love to see. This is the other box I made, so let me know which one do you like in the comments, the yellow eye or the blue eye. Comment yellow or blue. And until next time, thanks for watching. Nom, 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 nom. Bye for now. Thanks for making this box with me. Please post yours online and tag me at Rixon Jewelry. If you have a nerdy design and you'd like to see it in real gold or silver or platinum, send me a message and I'd love to chat. Keep rolling those nat 20s.